Welcome to another session with myself, Dr. Lynette Woods. And today we're going to be talking about transition of care, patient engagement after inpatient discharge. And as you always know, that we are going to be using our URL link, which is public to everyone, for transition of care. Now, just in case you need that URL link, because I would love for you guys to be able and to look at it on your phone, on your screen, on your tablet as we're reviewing it. So this is the TRC link that is from NCQA, because you know NCQA is the governing body, and they're the ones that use HEDIS as the measuring tool. So HEDIS falls underneath NCQA. And HEDIS is a registered trademark for of NCQA. So this is the link that we're going to be using. Today, we're going to be discussing patient engagement after inpatient discharge. So we're going to be doing number 3. So patient engagement after inpatient discharge, what do we need to abstract from the record? We need documentation of patient engagement, office visit to the home, telehealth, and it has to be provided within 30 days after discharge. Okay? 30 days after discharge. Don't get that confused with medication reconciliation post-discharge. And one underneath it, because that's a total of 31 days, but it can be on the date of discharge. However, patient engagement has to be provided 30 days after discharge. All right, so we in the TRC, we in the one measure. We're looking underneath patient engagement and inpatient after inpatient discharge. That's what we're looking to abstract from the medical record. All right, what are the key takeaways for this? It can be from anybody, anybody in the medical record, anybody in the healthcare field. However, the key takeaway is that it has to be a live interaction. Okay? Live interaction, audio, live, Zoom, live, WebEx, live interaction. If it's a face-to-face or voice-to-voice, fine, perfect. But it cannot be an email. It can't be through the healthcare portal. You know how all these doctors and health clinics now have portals where you can message the doctor and the doctor can message you back. It cannot be that. It has to be live interaction. It could be an office visit to home, telehealth. It just has to be provided within 30 days after discharge. So let's look at a sample medical record. All right. So we have Bobby Jones and we have an admit date of 5/1/2025, and we have a discharge date of 5/4/2025. Okay? You always have to remember it has to be within that measurement year. It has to be within the measurement year. If you don't know about the measurement year, I do a good training on that. So the measurement year is the year prior. It's like taxes. So if we're in the year of 2026, our measurement year will be 2025. Okay, and NCQA have been in discussions about changing that documentation from measurement year to measurement period. All right, so what are we looking for? You guys tell me. Patient engagement after inpatient discharge. We know that, but what do we need to look for? Perfect. Any type of patient engagement. Absolutely. Any type of patient engagement. But what? It needs to be a live interaction. Okay, voice to voice. Okay, face to face, audio to audio. All right, long as it's a live interaction. Okay, so you tell me what we need to look for. Why do we need the emit date and the discharge date? Okay, but the discharge date we definitely need because it has to be 30 days after discharge, right? So we need to know. So, and it has to be a outpatient visit or outpatient setting, okay? Because within the 30 days, if they got readmitted, that would be a readmission. And then that would change the discharge date for TRC. We're looking at the TRC measure, guys. HEDIS TRC measure. All right. So discharge date 5/4. So let's look. Can't be on 5/4. It has to be on 5/5. But first, let's see if I always like to verify the discharge. That's one of the things I can tell you. Because if you ever worked in HEDIS before and the software that the health plan or uh, wherever you work at provides you, they may give you the wrong discharge date. May be the right admit date, but the wrong discharge date. And the system can pick that up wrong, right? I know there's a lot of patients, even myself, when I got admitted into a hospital, uh, uh, the doctor may say, okay, you're going home tomorrow. And no, me, I always AMA, sign myself out against medical advice. But regardless, if a patient leaves earlier or later than expected, that discharge date will be different. But however, in the medical record, it's somewhere in there that the doctor said they're going to be discharged on May 2nd. But for some reason they labs, or they had a bad night, or they had an infection, they got discharged later or earlier. So I always like to just verify the discharge date just in case we need to change it. Right? So the first thing I'm going to do is verify if there's 16 pages. I want to verify if there's inpatient and outpatient pages in this record. Okay? I want to verify if it's a shared EMR. That's what I want to verify. So I am scrolling down. Oh, let's go to the first page. This is the inpatient record. I see that patient was admitted. So I have an inpatient record. So I need outpatient. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, okay. Love it. So here it goes. Look, this is what I got discharged. Admit date and discharge date. Okay. Oh, I would love to talk about this. I should do a training on that. The file date um, for TRC. That's another good training. All right. So encounter date, perfect. All right. So we know this is correct. The discharge date is correct. So I don't even need to look for that. But guess what? In order for me to start to abstract, I need an outpatient. I got two inpatients, which we need that outpatient. I see it says shared. Perfect. But do I stop and go back and just start abstracting for patient engagement? Absolutely not. Because it said shared, I'm still going to verify. I'm still going to do that extra step of verifying if there's inpatient and outpatient pages. Why? It is too much money on the line. Okay? It's too much money on the line. So just to take another 5, 10, even another hour to verify, which it should not take that long, but let's say it does, it is worth it. So I am looking for that outpatient telephone counter. I have cardiologist. All right, this is an outpatient patient. This is an outpatient. Perfect. I got telephone order. And this is an ER note. Okay. I like that. I like that telephone order. I will use that. Oh, we have a chiropractor. All right, guys. Yeah, we are in business. We have inpatient and outpatient pages in the medical record. Yes. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So we're going to go back up and see if I can have anything from 5-5. Why am I looking for 5-5? Why am I looking starting from a date of 5-5? Perfect. Because it's the day after discharge, 30 days after discharge. So I can start on the day after discharge. Why? Because it can't be on the day of discharge. Has to be the day after discharge. Hence, guys, patient engagement after inpatient discharge. Okay. All right. So we are going to, because I know we found, okay, yeah, we found that. So we can't do that because this is the discharge summary. We need it after. All right. We got inpatient pages, outpatient pages. We got to share EMR. The consistency and flow is together. Oh, I'm just loving this record. Okay. All right. She does states. Encounter date 5/10. Bobby. Okay, that's the patient. Bobby's the patient states recommended by Dr. Lucas. States she does not want to take it and asks if she can discontinue. Patient states blood pressure this morning 150 over 89. I defer to Dr. Lucas for further recommendations regarding advise Bobby to continue taking until she discussed it with Dr. Lewis. I'm just loving this record. Telephone call with the patient. And it got the date. Oh, you could see I am passionate about HEDIS, and I love when I get a record that it's a hit, especially for TRC. So this is compliant. This is a hit. We have patient engagement. Okay. It's a telephone call. We have it on May 10th. It's less than 30 days. It's within that 30-day period. Okay. So let's continue a review. The record is a hit, guys. Let me just write that. The record is a hit. It is compliant. Okay. Can't see my AN. Perfect. But I'm going to continue reviewing the record quickly to show you a couple more to see if the record has a couple more things that's a hit. But once you got a hit, you don't need to review the record anymore. Okay, encounter date 3/12/25. It's not after the discharge. The discharge is 5/4. Okay, we have June 7th, 2025. Can we use this? Absolutely not. Why not? It's outside of the measurement year. It says 30 days. So let me rephrase that. Because the measurement year we know is goes all the way up to December 1st of the measurement year. So to better say that it's outside of the time frame or criteria of the 30 days, right? If this is June 7th, it's outside or 30 days after the discharge date will make it non-compliant. 219 is still outside, but it's too early. All right, we still got more. 821, not good. 1227, nope. We need it after 5/4. This is after 5, after May, but this is July. It's 30 days. All right, we have May 5th. Patient today with ongoing issues with diabetic control. I am asked to see the patient with a long issue. We have been fairly aggressive down with which we had. So let me just continue on reading it. Frequent decrease. All right. So couple things here. Love this note. Love, love, love. Um, as my daughter would say, I love that for you. I love this note for me. So here, just reading this. Patient today with ongoing issues with diabetic control. That does not mean that the doctor and the patient had a live interaction. That could have been that could have been a note, right? It's just not enough information for me. I am asked to see the patient today. All right. Doesn't state that they saw the patient. They're saying they're asked to see the patient. All right. So this alone in the subjective up here is not enough information. So we have to continue reading. All right. Been giving at night as well, despite frequent increase. So we don't know if the provider is doing is writing a note from previous. We don't know. We don't have any live interaction as of yet. However, this physical examination proves that there was live interaction. The patient was in the office. The patient is pleasant and cooperative. She is no apparent distress. Activities of daily living. Assessment plan. Okay. You want to make sure you have concrete evidence that's undebatable, not debatable with an auditor, that it meets criteria to that measure. All right. And this is concrete evidence. All of this. Love it, love it, love it. Concrete evidence. Okay. So make sure you have that concrete evidence. Make sure you have the medical record that's even an outpatient record, or if it's not an outpatient record, it is a true shared EMR. Make sure that the record is with after the date of discharge, right? Patient engagement. Make sure it's a live interaction. It can be from an office visit to the home, telehealth, chiropractor, physical therapist, nurse, home care aide. All right. Long as we have proof in the outpatient medical record that there was patient engagement within 30 days after discharge. That's very important that we keep that. And believe it or not, this is one of the easiest measures to get for TRC. Anytime I have staff that comes and tell me if I'm consulting for an organization and they come and tell me, hey, I can't find patient engagement, I always tell them, go back and look. Go back and look. There's a high percentage that you're going to be able to find that. If you can't find any of the TRC measures, if you can't find notification of inpatient admission, you can't find receipt of discharge information or medication reconciliation post-discharge, I am quite sure we can probably be able to find some form of inpatient discharge of patient engagement after 30 days. If we can't, then we can't. But usually we can. A high percentage. My name is Dr. Lynette. There's so much more training over this that I would love to show you guys. If you need to reach out to me, you can reach me at Lynette@AIMRRA.org or subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Once again, Lynette@AIMRRA.org. See you at the next training session.